Salutations, respected friends. Welcome. Receive the gratitudes as well as appreciations and submissions that maintain that most important curiosity, inquisitiveness, jignasa to know the truth through the Shastras. Never give up that interest or attitude for whatever the inner and outer reasons. May Lord bless us in this regard continuously. 13 व्यक्तित्वास लोक सेवक धर्म स्थापक विरागी भक्त शिष्य मोक्षु जिज्ञासु श्रोता साधक परिश्रमी प्रेरित प्रशांत भाषा ज्ञाता. 6 sources of blessing: the Parabrahma Tattva, the Shruti Mata, the Ishvara Tattva and Jagan Mata, the Devata Ganas and the Guru Ganas. Remember all of them all the time. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, fourth mantra of first chapter, telling us about the Karana Brahma, Brahman himself with his Maya Shakti became Karana and expressing in the form of this Karya, which is seen by us in the form of this entire gross, subtle, causal, individual, total universe. As much we ponder over these thoughts, so much understanding, followed by which acceptance that entire world is divinity expressed only. Then to that divinity, respect, reverence. Then in that outer world, living with that respect and reverence, inside, going beyond all Karya Karana, reaching to the Moola substratum, Nirguna Brahma is our Lakshya. This Upanishad is guiding us in this way. So beautiful it is. So, in this Karana Brahma explanation, with an analogy of the wheel, chakra, we have seen almost 70% of them. Only the last few we have to see. Vimshati Pratyaravihi, Eshadavisa, Ashtakai Shadvihi, then Trimargamedam Vedam, Dvinimittaikamoham. With this, the total understanding of Parabrahma with his Maya Shakti as Karana, appearing as all aspects. Whatever which are not said in this list are nothing but the permutation combinations of what is already said. उन्हीं का मेल झोल है, nothing new, nothing extra, within that only. So, a very, very good information, necessary information, which in the Bhakti Shastras we are told to take everything as Paramatma Rupa. And they make us begin that practice by giving us a photo, picture, or idol, or Rupa, and we are told to worship that Paramatma. And with all the gunas. Once we are strong in that abhyasa of accepting that idol as the Lord, then we are told not only this idol in your puja mandir, entire world is expression of that Lord only. Whether it is done through this bhakti bhava or through the vicharana marga, as we are seeing now, the idea is the mind should free from its delusory understanding about the world, that it is independent other than apart from God. Second mistake the mind does is, just because it has that ability capacity, it creates wrong notions, relativities with the world, which creates all chaos. Through these practices, these basic mistakes are rectified. Thereafter, only one pursuit of the ultimate en route, whatever in this Karana Jagat we have to do, already said in Shastra, just knowing it and doing it. So, we are new entrant into human bodies, maybe from the lower strata of animals. So, for us, it takes time to understand all these things. And without understanding, we cannot set ourselves rightly on the right path. So, we are getting exposed to that understanding. With open hands, open hearts, if we receive these understandings, make use of them or follow them, our evolution, our unfoldment, not only certainly will happen, but it will happen in quick time. It is generally given to all, this guidance, particularly those who want or deserve, they get it. You and I are in that category. So we are getting it like everybody is getting, but we are getting into it by ourselves. अब आने तक हो गया, अब उसको यूज करो. सो गाड़ी खरीदा है, यूज करो. घर बनाया, रहना शुरू करो. कपड़े खरीदे हैं, स्टार्ट वेयरिंग दम. खाना बनाया, खाओ. सेम वे क्लास को आना शुरू किया, आप उसका उपयोग करो. So we will see today the remaining portion of that fourth mantra. Before that, our short sankalpa, prarthanas, and in today's common sense thought, few things only we say, one or two or three or four, which may be helpful for us in our general life and sadhana. First thing too, we have to recognize that we are the jiva, first and foremost. In that, these are the few things to be understood. One, me as a jiva, an individuality, an aham vritti, I am given my upadhis. The upadhi of the buddhi, upadhi of the mana, upadhi of the indriyas, upadhi of the prana, upadhi of the sharira. In the mana buddhi, even the chitta also. So become aware of it. Then I, the jiva, with these upadhis, knowingly or unknowingly, went on doing various karmas, which according to the Creator, according to the Shastra, categorized as good or bad, punya or papa, dharma or adharma. So I, the jiva, through these faculties, seeing this world, knowingly, unknowingly, went on doing good or bad, papa or punya karma. According to the Siddhanta, karma done definitely gives karma phala. So, for all the karmas, phalas come through various sources, but the phalas come are only two, sukha and dukkha. So, I am the jiva, every moment, one side seeking sukha, wanting to avoid dukkha, other side knowingly or unknowingly doing those things which are cause of sukha and dukkha. Third one, I am going through the sukha and dukkha. सुख पाना दुख छोड़ना वाला संकल्प चलता रहता है अंदर ही. Subtly that thought goes on happening. Then knowingly or unknowingly, doing the things which subsequently give sukha and dukkha. We keep on doing. Even the subtlest thought, whether it is punya or papa, does not go unregistered and does not go without giving its result. Maybe the result also may be minute or micro, but it will be definitely showing its effect. Every karma done by karta, irrespective of its quality, quantity, will have its phala. So, those karmas nirantara are going on happening in us. In the third side, whatever the karmas fructified, their phala continuously coming to us as sukha and dukkha in our antakarana through the courier service or the delivery sources of things, beings, situations. वस्तु व्यक्ति परिस्थिति द्वारा सुख दुख हमारे मन में निरंतर आ रहे हैं एज ए फल ऑफ वट एवर द कर्म डन it will continue, it will go on continuing. So may not be particularly, but tentatively generally we can say that tomorrow also through some object, through some person, in through some situation, I am going to become Sukhi Dukhi because of the phala of the karma, whatever has been done. Day after tomorrow also it will be. Because today I am doing, knowingly or unknowingly, some or the other karma. Situations change, things change, beings change. Our own shariras going on changing, suiting to those experiences. Our own upadhis are changing, suiting to those experiences. Total Sharira itself may change, which we call as birth, death, and then again the new birth. This is called this trio, the set of these three things. Wanting sukha, not wanting dukkha. Doing the things resulting sukha and dukkha, knowingly or unknowingly, most of it unknowingly. Then continuously getting sukha dukkha. And that is through the vastu vyakti paristhiti. Vastus are so many. In that vastu, all jada vastus will come. Vyaktis also are thousands of people. Some of them are unknown to us. Suddenly they come, give a dukkha and go. You know, वो कोई ठोक के चला जाता है गाड़ी में दिखेगा नहीं वो जिंदगी में यू आर दुखी और सुख यू आर इन ए मैरिज इन ईटिंग फूड somebody served you a beautiful dish sweet dish and उसको बंदा फिर दोबारा जिंदगी में नहीं दिखेगा but he had to give that sukha to you he gave in so many ways we see that sukha coming to us. It can be anyway. A driver of car also may lovingly talk to you, say namaskar to you, which gives you sukha. And after that, that driver, that car never seen. Another driver दुख दे के जाता है ड्राइवर एंड द कार बीच में रुकता रहता है वो. They are never just like that accidental happenings. All of them are the follow of the karma. Sometimes घर में ही ठीक तरह खाने नहीं को मिलता है खाने को. Isn't it? Sometimes you are in somewhere unknown Himalayan range. वहाँ भी आपको गरम गरम पकोड़े मिलते हैं गरम गरम मैगी मिलता है वहाँ वेरी टेस्टी. अरे what it is, that is what it is. Sometimes our own near and dear ones trouble us, on whom we have trust and all. The other time, those whom you consider as Shatru or unknown people, they just come do some favor and go. So this way, through the Vyaktis and the Paristhiti. In that Paristhiti, the Vatavarana Paristhiti, it is the governmental plans, etc. You know, variety of things they change. Some policy the government brings which gives us joy because it is favorable to our business or something. Some other policy it brings, it is not happy to us. We become dukhi. They're all paristhithis. The Vatavarana paristhiti also. Very pleasant also, very miserable also. All of them. In that all naturally happening things come in that paristhiti. All of them are giving us our own sukha dukkha result, our own karma. Otherwise, why are we there at that time? Nothing is accidental in this world. Now, after seeing this first point, second is whether it comes naturally or we have to create it. A question should be asked. Then, is that the only way the jiva has to live? I. Option is yes and no also. Yes is what? If we continue like this, it will continue like that. How long? Wrong question. Eternally it will go on. Is there any way out? Is only one way out. There is no two ways. What is one way? When this jiva recognizes his own essential self. Therefore, I as a jiva, by my own thinking or by study of Shastra, by the Guru Krupa, discover these two things. One, through the upadi, through the karma, going through the karma phala bhoga of sukha dukkha. It is called samsara. I, the jiva. Second is I. When I recognize my own true essential self nature, I lose my jiva bhava, but I lose all these dukkhas also. Sukha dukkha parampara also. So there, sukha dukkha apeksha will not be there. Sukha dukkha karaka, karma, karanam will not be there, doing the karmas. Sukha dukkha prapti will not be there. These three come in sets. Apeksha as well as karma as well as. Because nobody can always only do punya karma. कुछ तो कुछ पाप हो ही जाता. Nobody can do always papa karma. Maybe 99%. 1% होता है पुण्य में. That's why yes, criminals also sometimes do some good work. And highly saintly people also, they उनके द्वारा कुछ काम ऐसा होता है जो पापात्मक होता है. That's so when you are a बादल में हो, जीव के रूप में हो, तो you can't be 100% perfect in doing only papa, no punya, doing only punya, no papa. नहीं होगा. These three come in sets and the result also, sukha, dukkha, it goes on happen eternally. So the only way is what? This. So I as a jiva now, with this information, understand that I am the jiva, living through upadhi is one option, dropping both upadhi, tadatmya and jiva bhava, knowing the self and being the self, another option. अब इस सेकंड ऑप्शन को चुनने के लिए बहुत टाइम लगता है बिकॉज एज ए जीवा विद द उपाधि इन दिस ओनली reducing the misery, getting more sukha. This option only we keep on choosing. Even if it becomes successful by doing more punya karma, but still the papa is there, the dukkha will anyway come. Yesterday in Yoga Vasishta, this topic was so beautifully, exhaustively told. I'm really so happy for that Shastra we are studying. Same topic discussed. So, first thought, therefore, conclusion is what? Me, the jiva, realizing my essential self is the only way for permanent moksha from sukhapeksha, sukha prayatna, sukha prapti. Dukkha anapeksha, but dukkha karma and dukkha prapti. That's why you see our body. Sometimes healthy, sometimes unhealthy. Sukha, dukkha. People around us. Sometimes favorable, sukha, unfavorable. Objects also. Sometimes dukkha dene wale, sukha. Situations also. Every day it's going on, going on, going on. Sukha Dukha Parampara is samsara. And knowingly, unknowingly, we are doing the karma for that. किसी से प्यार से आपने कहा हाउ आर यू और हैड ए थॉट इन माइंड कि ये बंदा ठीक रहे, नोटेड, पुण्य कर लिया, उसका फल आ गया. या किसी को थोड़ा डांटा ईगो सेल्फिशनेस से, और इन द माइंड एंटरटेन ए थॉट कि इसको बुरा होना है, नोटेड, पाप. एंड द मोर इंटेंस आर दीज थॉट्स, वर्ड्स एंड डीड्स, physical, local and mental, more intense is a calculation of that papa punya. लाइक थोड़ा सा चीनी डालो चाय, बस कॉफी, थोड़ा सा मीठा, अब ज़्यादा डालो ज़्यादा, दाल सब्जी में थोड़ा नमक डालो, थोड़ा अगर लगेगा जीभ पे, add more salt, you get more salty taste. And that's how more vigorous, intense sukha dukkha's come to us. Some people just give little love, means थोड़ा ही पुण्य था उसका फल ये है. Somebody gives so much love, so that means ज़्यादा पुण्य था पहले जो किया. So many consumable goods. Some of them very good, tasty अच्छा है. Even an ice cream, tasty sometimes. Sometimes इतना बढ़िया tasty होता है. यार ऐसा मैंने जिंदगी में नहीं खाया. So that means that much punya done. Places also. You know, some place when you book a hotel going to some pilgrim place, a picnic, तो कभी भी ऐसा रूम मिलता है घटिया. All rooms are best and you are only worst. Some other time it is like that. The best room with all fresh things, everything inside, very good ambience outside. All of that not accidental. Everything. If you are going to yatra, the ghoda which carries you is the most wonderful one. Opposite भी है, इतना तंग करता हो. The fellow guide, he guides well some places, एक एक चीज. कहीं वो इतना रुलाता है, सताता है, कुछ बोलता ही नहीं, पैसे मांगते रहे. We go through all of that every moment. And the corresponding karmas are done. The nishkriti of all of that is what? Only when we detach ourselves from the upadhis, detach ourselves from jivatadhatmya and realize ourselves. First thing to learn today. Very clear it is. After studying Shastras, trying to scrutinize them, this much first understanding must come to us. And as a jiva with the upadhi, I cannot avoid sufferings. Upadhi of Panchakoshas, upadhis of the Vastu Sanchita, upadhis of the Vyakti Sanchita. ऐसा उपाधि आई. अब जाने अनजाने में इतने कहे किया कर्म, उसका चलता ही रहता है. अभी भी कर रहा हूं मैं, उसका फल आगे आएगा. Remember one simple rule. Till Aham Brahmasmi Anubhuti comes, we are Jiva, we have Upadhis, we are forced to do the karma, we deserve karma. One aspect which we have not said, that is the Vasanas. And behind that, the Avidya of the Atman. Avidya, Vasana, Jiva Bhava, Upadhitadatmya, karma, either to get sukha or to avoid dukkha, karma phala. Till the self is known. Therefore, one outcome of all our so many years of Shastra Adhyanam is, I am the Jiva, I have to realize myself. First point. Second one is what? Very essential. These things now will very shortly say because we have to do our study of books. Second point is, the as a Jiva, when I am there with the Upadhi, limited Upadhi, there is an Ishvara also with Upadhi, infinite Upadhi. Necessarily, I am as a Jiva, though wanting to realize the self, to begin with, I have to contact that Ishvara. And to that Ishvara, first and foremost is accepting that we have done lot of mistakes. Second is asking for the forgiveness. Third is telling him committedly, ki I am convinced now that reaching the substratum alone is the goal. And then I want to avoid doing all the bad. Just only want to do the good, which takes me to my own essential self. Oh Lord, in this regard, you help me, you bless me. This should continuously happen. Thanking Him for what He has given, asking Him for forgiveness for whatever has been done, seeking the strength from Him to avoid the wrong things, seeking the strength from Him to do the positive things, seeking His blessings for the result in the positive direction. That also should go on happening as frequently, regularly as possible. नहीं तो हमको कौन है बताओ सपोर्ट. Others also are jivas. They too have their own sufferings like us. What help they can do? Even if they do very little only they do. है ना? Doctor, he can do medication, he can do operation, बस इतना ही है ना. Nurse will come and put all that पट्टी, saline. अब वो क्या करेगी उससे ज़्यादा? Our mother, father, our children, they take us to hospital or they give us money. Nobody can do anything more than what they can. But Ishvara can do a lot. He can even avoid our prarabdha, means reduce it, dilute it, and he can fulfill all our these noble demands. And this is a crucial junction we are now. You and I as a listener and speaker, seeking his blessing for more sadbuddhi, more sukshma buddhi, more pakka understanding of Shastra, more pakka conviction about the Paramatma Prapti as the goal. ये चीज हमको भी बहुत क्रूशली आवश्यक है after these few years of study. Therefore, you and I need the Ishvara Krupa more. And you are saying in Skanda Purana, every topic we are seeing 100, how many stories we have seen so far. In every one of them, common is Ishvara Aradhana with his Krupa, we are stable. And the final stability is only in being the self. Nowhere else stability can be there. Stability with the upadhis, stability with the process is the way, but not the goal. Goal is stability in the self only. Stabilized, established as the self. So, Ishvara Aradhana. Then, this is a lot of things to discuss. I just mentioned the subheadings. Remaining, one can think for oneself. Third one is again and again going back to the basics. You and I. Again and again going back to the basics. The basics of with the world, no expectation of any kamana or bhoga. Basic. Otherwise, again we back to उपाधि तादात्म्य जीव भाव पुण्य पाप कर्म एंड सुख दुख फल. आप फिर से फंस जाएंगे संसार में. फर्स्ट बेसिक इज गिविंग अप द भोगासक्ति विद द जगत. Call it as viveka vairagya and all. Second is this one only. The basics of spirituality of viveka vairagya, control of senses and mind, having patience to go through all situations, another thing. Spirituality में ना भगवान के ऊपर श्रद्धा करते हुए lot of patience we have to have. If we give up the patience, then we succumb to the power of the situation. We lose the hold. Then we get flown in the happening. Then one, we don't do purushartha. Second is, we may do something negative there. If you don't have the forbearance or patience. Titiksha kehte. So these basics again and again we have to go through other basics of Shastra Shravana, Shastra Adhyayana, ये सारे निरंतर चलते रहना. So I am the jiva, I am continuously samsari because of my own upadhi tadatma and doing karma, knowing or unknowingly, getting its phala of sukha dukkha through vastu vyakti paristhiti. This will continue for millions and millions and trillions of lives by itself, left to itself. But the way out is to realize the self. So keep that as goal. Then ईश्वर शरणागति उसके लिए करो. Then our own basics. All the time keep on setting the basics. The basics of three sets. First set of basics are the sadhana chatushtaya sampada. Second set of basics are the shravana manana. The third basic is nididhyasana. Aim at nididhyasana. If that is not happening, go for shravana manana. If that's not happening, understand there is some problem at the upadhi level. To come to this level of viveka vairagya samadhi षटकपदा मोक्ष. इसको स्ट्रांग करो. ये स्ट्रांग हो गए तो श्रवण मनन चलेगा. श्रवण मनन पक्का हो रहा है तो निधि ध्यासन होगा. निधि ध्यासन में आई एम रिजेक्टिंग माई सेल्फ टू बी द जीवा विद उपाधिस, identifying myself with the pure self, which has Rupanama. Rupanama Rahita it is. It is pure Brahman. Maximum you can talk it about as Sat Chit Anand. The biggest problem in spirituality is because of being habituated to the grossly tangible identities. This very subtle Sachidananda Paramatma, with identity with that, we hesitate about, we doubt about. कि ऐसा हो सकता है क्या, ऐसा अनुभव होता है. Whereas that is the truth, that is the reality ultimate. All gross subtle causes with which we are so familiar and comfortable have come from that only, are projected on that only. They're all unreal. He is real. But our entire personality life for thousands of lives lived taking these to be more real, substantial than the real self. Therefore, to counter that, that much listening, study, contemplation about the self being real, truth being real, reality being real, how much ever real these things are appearing, that they are unreal, they are delusory, that exercise we have to do. Sunana, sochna, till we come to this understanding that self alone is reality, even though it is beyond comprehension of all faculties and all the comprehensible faculties, how much ever tangible they are, basically they are unreal. They are only appearance. What a this leap in spirituality is the most essential one, which is very tough. बहुत मेहनत करने से लाखों करोड़ों में एक को मिलता है. अब याद रखना, लोग कर ही नहीं मेहनत मेहनत. Those who are never doing mehnat in this regard, how can we compare ourselves with them? We can't compare. We have to be on our own individual comparison with ourselves. I only am studying Shastra, I only am contemplating on Shastra, I only am understanding through the Shastra that this is real, this is not real. Like somebody at this moment practicing medicine continuously after 10 years, he will be a Pakka doctor. Will I be a doctor after 10 years? I can't be because I am not doing that practice. Somebody is doing engineering practice, politics practice, sports practice. Will I become? Because I'm not doing. And what I am doing? Shastra Adhyayana practice. I am expected to become perfect in this. So an engineer after 10 years cannot have conviction of the scripture because these 10 years he never studied scripture. 10 years the one who studied scripture, he should not compare with the engineer who says the world is real, engineering is real, with that I am doing this, that. Because तुमने ये आत्मशास्त्र मोक्ष शास्त्र पढ़ा, उसने नहीं पढ़ा, तो तुमको ये बात होगा. And he will deny that because he never studied. And how can you take him as an example or authority? The same way the whole world is as a, they don't even know that they are jiva. They are fully identified with उपाधि. अब इसी के सुख दुख के लिए वो फंसे रह रहे हो. A जो illiterate person, how can you give him a very highly poetic literature to study? उसको आ ही नहीं आता है. Same way, the one who never read Tattva Shastra, Atma Shastra, Atmanatma Viveka Shastra, Moksha Shastra, Upanishad Shastra, Adhyatma Shastra, Vedanta Sara Shastra, Rishi Shastra, who have never exposed to it deeply, sincerely, and never understood, how can they become an example to us? We are our own example. We are our own source of inspiration. What we are doing, our Shastra Dhenam, Shastra and our Guru, and some of our co-students like us. These are only four things. Myself, my co-students, my Guru, my Shastra. These are the four, and the Lord behind are the ones I have to look up to, and through their help, I am the Jiva, suffering as Jiva. I have to realize myself as the self. ये thought को strong बनाना. And उसी में से लगे रहना साधना till it is reached. Now all these great Mahatmas, Jnanis, for many, many lives having done so, they have experienced self. When they come back into the world with the Upadhi, each one chooses some type of seva for whatever the reason we do. Some exclusively choose only one seva. In experiencing the self alone, there is moksha. Therefore, I'll teach only that. So all Adi Shankar Bhagwan, Puja Gurudev, they belong to this category. Other than speaking the truth, they don't do anything else. After their realization in their service to the world. Others come and help us at our gross level also. कोई महात्मा के, he will help us in our financial problem solution, social problem solution, relation problem solution, health problem solution. This is how they do it. उनका करुणा ज़्यादा होता है. ये बेचारा यहाँ दुखी हो रहे, चलो उनका दुख दूर करें. Some of them balance both. They remove these dukkhas and they guide them towards spirituality also. Ultimate truth. Those who realized when they come back, Yadapad are able to serve. Where do we stand in all this thinking? We have to think for ourselves. एक तो पक्का, as a jiva, phala of the karmas done of the past, will go through the sukha dukkha anukshana. And we have to balance ourselves, strike the balance with this knowledge and with utmost patience. Same time, while balancing the desire for the realization of the actual self, we have to strengthen. Desire for the self, knowledge of the self, knowledge about how to realize the self, and few practices. Our attention should be on this. बाकी चलता रहेगा. बीमारियां होएंगे, दुख होएगा. It is an ending. They are all there in prarabdha, in this body, what to do. चाहे कोई महात्मा हो, महात्मा बने, उनका उस जीवन में उस शरीर का वही प्रारब्ध है. He can't avoid. He may be great महात्मा in his साधना सिद्धि, पर उनके उपाधियों में अगर ये प्रारब्ध है, तो वो भी जेल जाएंगे, वो भी कत्ल होगा, उनका भी मर्डर. He can't avoid. How many Brahmagyanis died out of the cancerous diseases? Ramakrishna Paramsa died out of cancer. Ravana Maharshi died out of cancer. They didn't die. The self in them is eternal. उपाधियों की बात. एक्सीडेंट में कितने लोग, हार्ट अटैक में कितने लोग, देर ऑल उपाधि स्थायी. डिसीज आकर कितने लोग. Some of them jumped into water. Some of them got Sajiva Samadhi. Some of them gave up the bhojana and gone beyond. These are all okay later on. I'm telling the upadhi, sorry, the prarabdha when is there, upadhis are there, we cannot avoid this. What is said by Vasishtha ji in Yoga Vash Ramayana for 5, 6 sargas was not get carried away this thing, but focus on the other possibility called as Purushartha. The two Purusharthas are Punyam for the better equipments. The other Purushartha is Tattva Sadhana, Tattva Chintan. His idea is to make us focus on that. Otherwise, when we focus on those two things, the bigger than the biggest prarabdha of dukkha also appears small because we are occupied somewhere, called as our Purushartha. If we are not consciously occupied in doing Purushartha, then the small problem also appears as big, like you are in the class now, attending in this Purushartha, listening to class. So whatever the physical problems are there, they won't appear as that big. They are there. घुटने में दर्द होता है, पेट में दर्द होता है, नाक में दर्द होता है, प्रारब्ध है तो. But the moment class is over, that pain appears more because we are not attending to this Purushartha. When you attend this Purushartha, इसका फल भी आगे मिलेगा. And in the present, the other Pararabdha, we could go through without much of hassles. इस तरह से ही टोल्ड अस वशिष्ठ जी. सो दोनों बैलेंस करना है. सो टुडेज 3-4 थॉट्स आर वर्दी ऑफ रिकॉन्टेम्पलेशन. ओम 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 सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमः भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरं गुरुपुंगव पुंगव केतनते समतामयतां नैकोऽपि सुधि शरणागतवत्सल तत्त्वनिधे भव. शङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं ब्रह्मानन्दं विदितानमया विशदैककला न च किञ्चन काञ्चनमस्ति गुरो धृतमेव विदेहि कृपां सहजां भव. शङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्य ऋषि. ओम संकल्पः उपनिषद ब्रह्मात्म के बोध सनातन विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन मध्ये श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम्. अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्र. ओं सहनाववतु भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शांति शांति शांति. पारायणम ओनली कहाँ गया. 11th 12th only 2 mantra पारायणम. ज्ञात्वा देवं सर्वभेदे विश्वैश्वर्यं केवलः आप्तकामः एतद्ज्ञेयं नित्यमेवात्मसंस्थं नातः परं वेदितव्यं हि किञ्चितो भोक्ता भोग्यं प्रेरितारं च मत्वा सर्वं प्रोक्तं त्रिविधं ब्रह्ममेतत्. Now the fourth mantra, so beautiful it is. है ना. पढ़िएगा. तमेकनेमिं त्रिवृतं षोडशान्तं शतार्धारं विंशतिप्रत्यराभिः अष्टकैः षड्भिर्विश्वरूपैकपाशं त्रिमार्गभेदं द्विनिमित्तैकमोहम्. So total thought developed so far is जन्म जरा रोगादि विकार रहित द्वैत रहित स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण रहित व्यष्टि समष्टि रहित केवल सच्चिदानंद ब्रह्म स्वरूप. That is ultimate truth. Point 1. Point 2, that Brahman alone with his Shakti has become the Karana for the entire magnanimously expanded and seen cosmos universe. These people who are Brahmavadinaha, in their discussion and contemplation, they realized this thing and they told us, we are studying it in all our Shastras, we are also getting a little idea of it. In their meditation, expansively, exhaustively, they have understood that Karana Brahma to be the Karana of the universe in these ways. That ways by through which the Karana Brahma became Karana of the Karya Jagat is this shloka. He became Karana through that Nemi. Means he only became Nemi, Nemi became Karana. He only became Trigunas, Trigunas became the Karana. He only became the 16 things became Karana. He only became those 50 spokes, spokes became Karana. He only has become those 20 sub spokes. He only that way became the Karana. Those 20 sub spokes are Pratyaras became the Karana. This is how we have to comprehensively understand. Nirguna Brahma untouched, Karana Brahma, and in his Karana Maya Shakti, himself to become so many, that possibilities are there. Through those possibilities only, all these things have come, which is a Karana from the for the entire universe. Up to we have seen yesterday, Vimshati Pratyarabhihi. What are the 20 Pratyaras? 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas, and their fields of functioning. So the 50 Shatardhara spokes are 5 Viparyayas, 28, Ashaktis, 9, Tushti, 8, Siddhi. We have seen. Ekanemi is Prakriti, Maya, Avyakta, Vyakruta. Trivrutam is 3 gunas. Shodashantam is either the Karya Rupa Samashti, Hiranyagarbha and Mahatu, Hiranyagarbha and Viratu, Karya Rupa Veshti of 14 Brahmandas. This was one set. Or the 16 Kalas of the Purusha as they are talked in Prashnopanishad. Or the Dasha Indriyas, Pancha Pranas, one mana. Or the Dasha Indriyas and one mana, sorry, and Pancha Prana, Sola. In this way also we can see. The 3 sets of Sola Sola were given. Then 50 spokes we saw. Then now we will see Ashtakaihi Shadbihi today. That's the topic. Here we came yesterday कि पूर्वोक्तानाम अराणाम प्रत्यराह ये प्रतिविधीयन्ते कीलकाः अराणाम अराणाम दाढ्याय ते प्रत्यरा इत्युच्यते. The nails to make the main ara strong, they are called as pratyaraha. These are the 21s. Then taihi pratyayaihi yuktam. They are the ones with which the Paramatma became the cause, the Karana Brahma. Okay. Now come to the next one. Ki ashtakaihi shadbhi yuktam iti yojaniyam. Then continue discussing or understanding. There are the ashtakas also, in which form the Karana Brahma expressing, and these also are becoming Karana for the whole universe. And this Ashtaka set of 8 or 6 sets are there. षड्भिः अष्टक ही 6 सेट्स है, एक एक में 8 है ना. लाइक यू हैव द डिनर सेट, 8 चीजें उसमें है. कॉफी सेट उसमें 8 चीजें, सॉसर प्लेट कप जो भी है. सेट ऑफ 8 8, एक सेट, 2 सेट, 3 4 5 6. इन ईच ऑफ द सेट 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 8 8 8 8 8 अष्टकय षड्भिः. What are those 6 ashtakas? Little bit we'll see today. quickly. It's only academics, only counting it is. 5 minutes if we spend, all of them we can see. First is what? अष्टकै षड्भिः युक्तमिति योजनीयं. फर्स्ट भूमिरापो नलो वायुः खं मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहंकार इति यं मे भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टदा. Bhagavan says in the 8th chapter, in the 7th chapter, मे अष्टदा भिन्ना प्रकृति. तो भूमि ही आवह अनल वायु खम, इट्स कॉल्ड पंच महाभूतास. Manaha and Buddhi and Ahankara. These are all talked at the samashti level. At the samashti level, Mana is called Buddhi, Buddhi is called as Mahat Tattva, Ahankara is called Mula Prakriti there. These Ashtadha Prakriti is called as Prakriti Ashtakam. Iti Prakriti Ashtakam. 8 Prakriti का एक set है out of the 6 sets. In that, these are the 8 items, the Prakritis. Ashtadha Prakriti. Panchamahabhuta, then Mana, Buddhi, Ahankara. Okay. Prakriti Ashtakam told. Second one, what is it? Tvaka, Charma, Mamsa, Rudira. 4. Medo, Asti, Majja, then Shukrani. 8. Totally, they are called Dhatu Ashtakam, with which the all Sthula Shariras of all beings are made. Yesterday इसके बारे में वो कमठ ने जितना एग्जॉस्टिवली बताया, बाप रे बाप, no doctor, physicist can know all those details of how the food consumed goes to become all these things, how the pancha pranas permeating the whole body in their own respective places, doing all physiological functions. Entire body, the way it was, yoga दृष्टि से diagnosed or dissected or explained was mind blowing. मैं तो डर गया वो टॉपिक से, फटाफट चैंट कर दिया, मैं पढ़ लिया आप सबके सामने. The Skanda Puran. Now right from beginning we used to discuss in all our Puran Itihasa, all these sciences also are explained. Proof मिल रहा है कि नहीं अभी? Already the Bhugola Khagola was told. Some 1-2 months, 1 month back we studied. Right now the entire embryology से लेकर के, है ना, how the jiva having, shukra shonita mixture. From there, how he enters and 1 mahina, 3 mahine, 7 mahine, after 7 months, how he feels so much suffocated, painful inside, and all his thoughts, jiva ke andar, he remembers all his past papa, punya, their phala. Then he says that I will not do any papa. Having born as human, I'll do sadhana and get moksha. सारा जो बात करते थे yesterday we studied, yesterday day before. One of the topic was this. And in general, 7 dhatus are talked. Majjastimeda palarakta charma tvagahvai dhatu varevi. Here the 8th one is added, Shukra. So adding that, it has become Dhatu Ashtakam. So Prakriti Ashtakam, Ashtada Prakriti, Dhatu Ashtakam, the 8 dhatus which make our body. Majja, Asti, Meda, Pala, Rakta, Charma, Tvak. Here if you see, Tvak. Tvak means the outer skin. Charma means the inner skin. Mamsa means the flesh aspect. Rudhira is the blood. Meda means those fats that are there. Asti is the bones. Majja is the bone marrow. Shukrani is the semen seeds. This is how the Ashtadhatu. That also is a Karana Brahma expression only. And in the next day's class, we saw how these things get manifested through the consumed food. याद रखो, जो हम खाना खा रहे उसी में 8 चीजें. And the Bhagavan made the human machine in such a way that the food eaten gets converted into these 8. And those 8 support the Sharir. And he told exhaustively, Sharir is the place for the Jiva to stay, to do the Punya Karma, Papa Karma, Jnana Karma. पक्का कल वहीं रुके थे हम yesterday. Exactly. वहां से आगे बढ़ना है आज. This is what we again and again talk. You can do papa, go to naraka, do punya, go to swarga, do both of them equally, come back to the earth, do sadhana and get moksha. हजारों बार हमने देखा ना. So the authorities of Purana and Veda mantra. So Dhatu Ashtakam. Third one is what? कि धर्म ज्ञान वैराग्य ऐश्वर्य. धर्म ज्ञान वैराग्य ऐश्वर्य. Opposite of it. Adharma, Ajnana, Avairagya and Anaishwarya. They are all called as in the mind the bhavas. This is called as bhava ashtakam. Out of 6 ashtakams, this is the third ashtakam, with which the whole world is made. Means it's a part of the thing which became the cause of the world. That's how these 4 plus 4 bhavas, all of us have at one time or the other. कभी धर्म होता है तो अधर्म होता है. कभी ज्ञान होता है, कभी अज्ञान होता है. कभी वैराग्य होता है, कभी राग द्वेष होता है. कभी ऐश्वर्य होता है, कभी अनैश्वर्य. So they are all the bhavas, pratyas, which again become the cause of this jagat. They also are from Karana Brahma. Karana Brahma only expressing as these things. As I told you one day, because we are habituated to worship the Lord as a murti, we always consider Bhagavan is only murti. Bhagavan cannot become liquid. Bhagavan cannot become Vayu. Bhagavan cannot become the karma. Bhagavan cannot become the jnana. No, we are conditioned by taking the Lord as a murti. Therefore, these things, it becomes impossible for us to grasp. Whereas, the Bhagavan is all of that. Like electricity is the light also, fan also, heater also, cooler also. सब कुछ है. Without itself becoming anything. Very vichitra, no? How come one electricity is allowing those many equipments to work? So to Bhagavan. Bhagavan is Chalana Shakti also, Sthira Shakti. Karma Shakti also, no Karma Shakti also. And all these Shaktis, all the Jnanas, all of that is the only. That is why that Ananta Shakti of Bhagavan expressing Ananta. That's what Prakriti. Dravya, we understood. भगवान को हम द्रव्य के रूप में ही मानते हैं. द्रव्य इज द मूर्ति, द आइडल्स ऑफ द लॉर्ड. अरे भैया, भगवान इज क्रिया ऑल्सो. एवरी एक्शंस आर हिज ओन मैनिफेस्टेशन. एवरी ज्ञानम इज हिज ओन मैनिफेस्टेशन. Through Sattva Guna, he only manifesting as Jnanam. He only manifesting as Kriya. Through the Rajoguna. So, इस तरह से भावा अष्टकम. The dharma, the jnana, the vairagya, the aishwarya. So, Prakriti Ashtakam, Dhatu Ashtakam, Bhava Ashtakam. The fourth one is what? The Deva Ashtakam. I don't know, I was waiting for this to come. Ki, what do you call? Brahma, Brahma Deva, Prajapati, the Kashyapa, Marichi. They are all called Daksha, they are all Prajapatis. Prajapati, Deva, all this. Indra, Varuna, Vayu, the 33 crore. Then Gandharva, variety of them. Then the Yakshas. Then comes Rakshasa, Pitru, Devatas. Then the Pishacha. They are called Deva Ashtakam. They are all the Deva Ashtakam में आ जाते हैं. इसमें we take Brahma Prajapati Deva Gandharva as positive. Yaksha is positive negative. Rakshasa Pitru Pishacha they are negative. उसमें फिर Pitru is again. They are called Deva Ashtakam. So I was thinking कि कारण ब्रह्म के एक्सप्रेशन में देवता कहाँ चले गए. अब इधर आ गया लिस्ट में. So all the devatas whom we worship, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar, और राम कृष्ण, ये सारे देवाष्टक में आ जाते. Done. How many over? Prakriti Ashtakam, Dhatu Ashtakam, Bhava Ashtakam, Deva Ashtakam. Only दो है. और what are the other two? Ashto Atma Gunaha. This I'll talk tomorrow because there is something to know. Explain. What are they? Ashto Atma Gunaha Jneyaha. The Sadgunas of the self. Daya Sarvabhuteshu, Kshantihi, second one Anasuya, third Shaucham, four Anayasaha, five Mangala Karmani, six mm, Mangalatva, sixth Akarpanyam, seventh Aspruha iti, eighth. This is called as the sixth Dhatu Ashtakam, sixth Ashtakam, isn't it? So, first was Prakriti Ashtakam, second is the Dhatu Ashtakam, third is the Aishwarya Ashtakam. We missed it. कहाँ गया एक मैं देख रहा था. अष्ट सिद्धियां है ना, that is called as third Ashtakam. Fourth one was कि Bhavashtakam. Fifth is Devashtakam. The sixth one just now we saw the Atma Gunashtakam. One thing we missed was Ashta Siddhis. That is also one of the Ashtakam of the six among the six. So in this way, Paramatma alone is expressing Karana Brahma. So Ashtaka should be. Then Trimarga Bhedam, Dvinivittaika Mokam is another interesting Moham thing. Tomorrow we'll see, and Pura Dekakar, we go for our next mantra, which also talks about the Karana Brahma, but in comparison as a river. Thereafter, in the next sloka number 6 में, how Jiva gets bound, how he has to get liberated. Bandhana Karana, Sadhana Karana, Moksha Karana Sadhana, both will be told to us. This Upanishad is so sweet, tell you. our उंगली पकड़कर धीरे धीरे समझाते हुए ले जाता है. बढ़िया सही. This Upanishad comes to at our own level. सारे उपासना है, योग साधना है, कैसे भोजन करना है, सारे ये चीजें भी बताता है. Yogasya Pratham Dwaram Vag Nirodho Aparigraha Nirasa Chaniriya. All these things will be told. We will really get maximum benefit or information or knowledge accessible to us, receivable by us in this Upanishad. Other Upanishad कहते हैं हमारे लेवल पर आ जाओ, हम नीचे नहीं उतरेंगे. But this Upanishad comes to our level. Let us see that. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Paramashubhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Namaha. Om Tat Sat Brahmarphamamastu. चलो बाबा गीता सुनने के लिए आ जाओ.